All right, everybody, we are live. What's going up, everyone in the chat? It is Browns preseason game 3 action tonight. The Chicago Bears versus our beloved Cleveland Browns. I'm rocking the Timmy Couch number 2. Is this the Puma? The Puma throwback for all of you fans out there. Mid's plug is pumped up for this game. We got Hambone in the house. Lynn Savage is here. Welcome, everybody. So we are good. So worried about Woods not playing again tonight. Yeah, I actually heard. So Carly Moschetti just tweeted out, Browns players not expected to play tonight against the Bears due to injury. Michael Woods hamstring, Dalen Baldwin concussion, Ronnie Harrison hamstring, AJ Green hip, and Chase Winovich hamstring. So the Browns are going to be short a couple guys. It's not that big a deal. The real interesting stuff that we're going to see tonight is everything related to Jacoby Brissett. This is going to be the first time that we all see him live. This is going to be a very interesting time because if you think about what's going on, we need Jacoby to give us minimum 5 wins over the course of the first 11 games when Deshaun Watson's out. If Jacoby can't get us 5 wins, basically the season's a wash because there's very little chance that Deshaun's going to come in and just be literally perfect for the rest of the season. Asking a guy who hasn't played in a season and a half to walk in hostile territory in every away game, and also it's going to be somewhat interesting during regular season games as well at home, to be able to come in and say, hey, go be perfect for the Browns and take them to the playoffs and do well in the playoffs. So Jacoby's got to win 5. At a minimum of 5, that's when the season's still alive. If he gives us 6, even better. If he gives us anything more than 6, it is pure gravy and it's good stuff. So if you guys have been watching the channel, I've been doing some interviews recently. I had Nick Padone on last week. I had DF Sports on as well. And I asked them straight up, what do you guys think? How many games are we going to get out of Jacoby? And this quarterback room consisting of the Joshes. And their take was pretty much, look, it's going to be 5 games. If we can win 5, we're good. Anything more is great. But the consensus is 5-6 right now, right? So I think everybody's kind of there. Tambone says, hopefully Jacoby can get it done. I agree. I hope he can as well. That would be fantastic. So we will see, though. We will see. Some of the other interesting tweets that were out. I saw Hayden Grove actually just tweeted out something. Strong start to the Muni Lot season with a Scott player and Ken Dorsey jersey sightings, which are always fun to see that stuff, you know? Seeing the Ken Dorsey action going on. I used to always do like a funny thing. So back before Reddit and back before really Twitter became a big thing, everybody was on some of the old forums. If anybody remembers like the Bernie's Insider forum, that's what it was called. And then it was eventually like gobbled up by another one of these big forum companies, and it just got filed into like, I don't know, orange and brown. I don't know what it was. It just turned into something else. And I used to always go back and talk about do a retrospective on the Ken Dorsey years. It's just kind of amazing that Ken was even a quarterback in the NFL because he was fairly mediocre at best. And yet he made it, and we actually had to play him. His name's on the jersey, so that could be his claim to fame there. So it's also going to be interesting. I don't think we're going to see any Myles Garrett tonight. We're not going to see any of the main guys when it comes to like who we typically see from on the defensive side of the ball, and just why. There's no reason to do that. Same reason why we wouldn't put Nick Chubb out there or Kareem Hunt. It's just like the guys that we need for this offense have to stay healthy. So we're not going to see him. But you know what I do want to see? I want to see a lot more Josh Dobbs. I think Josh Dobbs is a really interesting guy to continue to watch. And I hope that we see more. So give Jacoby a quarter. I'd be surprised if they gave him more. They probably will give him less. But give him a quarter, give him a couple drives. Let's see what happens there. And then let's go and, let's see what else we can get out of Jacoby Brissett. I think that is the interesting thing that we have going on right now. Curious to what you guys think about it as well. I'd love to hear your thoughts on who you want to see tonight. Trying to see if I can find any other information related to who's playing and who's not playing tonight. There's really not a whole lot of information out there. It's just like you kind of got to think through really just the typical guys, That's pretty much it. A guy that I'm watching very closely on the offensive side of the ball is a guy, Brock Hoffman. So he's one of the undrafted free agent guys that we brought in. He plays center. He plays guard. And as we've seen before, everybody, as you know, this team honestly requires depth on the offensive line. Although we have a great offensive line with guys like Batonio and Wyatt Teller and Conklin's coming back. I guess we're going to go roll with Michael Dunn in the center position. Hopefully Jedrick Wills has a better season this season than what we've seen thus far. But, it's just Jedrick's has to show up. He has to be the guy that we need him to be. If not, we're going to be somewhat in deep trouble. So I really hope that doesn't happen. All right, so I just got a follow from Adam the Bull. So I've been having fun this week. So another thing that's going on just in Mike's world. So I've been doing some funny stuff with the site Cameo. So last year I did a cameo with the guy from the Ferris Bueller movie, the guy who was in the restaurant, and I did it for Wyatt Teller. And this year, I've done 2 so far. I did one with Josh Dobbs, I just asked him to be like, hey, say shout out Brownie Post Game and say that it's your favorite YouTube channel, whatnot. Just pretty basic. But then I also found Adam the Bull is on there. And so Adam the Bull, it cost me $39 or something like that. It was like $40. And I just said, hey, give me the top 5 reasons why you don't follow me on Twitter. And I put in some suggestions of some things that he should do. So he literally just followed me a second ago. So I don't know if he's tuning in and watching or what the situation. AW, what's going on, man? Boo that. Why do people not like Adam the Bull? I never really had a problem with him. He wasn't one of those guys in the Cleveland media that I ever really jabbed at. But okay, so AW says we could need 2 tackles next season. Boo that. Oh, he's a Bengals fan? That's funny. It's going to be interesting to see what Adam the Bull says to me on my cameo then. Jake Trotter tweeted out 49 seconds ago that Cade York nailed a 70-yard field goal into the dog pound, then turned around and drilled a 60-yarder the other way. This kid has a leg. Cade York can play, people. Cade York can play. I am excited that we've got a big kicker. He seems like he's accurate too, which is fun, because you got to make kicks in the NFL. And it's something we haven't done in the past. So, yeah. Absolutely. Finally, it's time. EM3000 was going on. So, finally, it's time to see if we have a guy who can actually make kicks and hopefully he can do it under pressure. Because this is a playoff caliber team for the Cleveland Browns. Like, no matter what, it is a playoff caliber team. That is the bottom line. End of story. We have enough talent on there to do it. Hello. Back to the old days where we have a good kicker and a bad offense. I think we got an offense, though. A lot goes through the quarterback, and I know Jacoby is fairly average if you look at his past, you look at what he's done on paper, but everybody, average quarterbacks have taken teams not only to the playoffs, but to the Super Bowl and won the Super Bowl. Jeff Hostetler won a Super Bowl. Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl. There are guys out there that are just mediocre that can do it. I mean, Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl. I think he just won 1. He didn't win 2, right? Yeah, he just won. Joe Flacco won. It happens. I know Tom Brady has won a ton in the last 20 years, but for all intents and purposes, you can be average and win a Super Bowl with an average quarterback. You can do it as long as you have the rest of the team around me. And I'll tell you this too. Go back and look at John Elway in 99, 98, 99, 2000. Like the 2 years. I can't remember. I think it was like 99. I could be wrong. But go back and look at John Elway's stats at the end of his career. They were not good. Browns fan 1977, how's it going? Welcome. John Elway was average at best at the end of his career, and he had Terrell Davis as the running back, who was just a monster back there. We have two monsters. If those two guys stay healthy, get ready. This is going to be a fun season because Jacoby Brissett does not turn the ball over. That's one thing. Tyrone, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Hope you guys have fun. Hey, Mike, let's go Browns. Let's go Browns. Let's do it. I'm rocking the Tim Couch, the old Couch Puma jersey tonight. It's a little big on me. I've lost weight. I don't know if anybody noticed this. I'm officially, as of this morning, down 18.2 pounds. I'm doing some intermittent fasting and doing a lot of working out. My goal is to get down to my pre-pandemic weight by the end of October. And if we can do that, it's going to be good. Welcome, Riggedy R, the new subscriber. I don't know if the alert box is going to pop up or not. Sometimes it does. It's really weird how the alert box works for like subscribers on YouTube. Twitch, I think, fires off, but YouTube, it doesn't always do that. So a lot of fun stuff there as well. This is going to be a fun game. I mean, because Jacoby's going to be playing in the beginning, you're actually going to see a different style of the offense. You're probably going to see a little preview of what the Browns are actually going to do on offense. So I expect the starting offensive line. I expect Njoku and Harrison Bryant to be out there. Amari Cooper might be out there as well for a series. Who knows? And I think they're gonna play it, fairly. I don't know, what word am I looking for? Just the conservative in terms of what they're gonna do. They're gonna hand the ball off a lot to Dearness Johnson, Jerome Ford, and John Kelly tonight. I'd like to see Felton get involved in something. Woof, 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 says Jeremy Holla. What's going on? Holla, Jeremy Holla. And I'd like to see Felton do something. I'd like to see him see if we can actually earn that spot on this roster because we have a lot of these guys. And everybody's saying that he's this like slash guy, but there's some videos out of him muffing passes off of his helmet, So he's going to have to go out there and actually prove that he can do it because we have running backs for days on this team. 4 days. AW says, I would rather have Keenum over Brissett. Keenum made too much money. Yes, I agree. And also, I didn't watch the game. My dad watched the game. He was telling me about it. He said Case Keenum had a really rough game against the Panthers. So I don't know what's going on with that, but nonetheless. So, yeah. So Case Keenum out there against, or for the Bills, I guess now, is the backup quarterback there. I don't know. I'm really not that nervous about Jacoby. I think he's fine. He's not exciting. It's not like a sexy quarterback pick there. It's nobody like, that you'd go out there and be like, oh man, that's amazing. But we have that in our starting quarterback. It's just he's got to wait. He's got to sit down. He's got to go in timeout for a little while for what he did, and we go from there. Have you guys seen the other controversies going around this last week with Aaron Donald smacking some of the Cincinnati Bengals on the head with their helmets in practice? So we'll see if Aaron Donald is going to be suspended or what. By the way, I'm any of the spam that comes up on these things, like I'm just muting them right away. So they'll get deleted off the account. Don't worry about it. Ignore. It helps our chat rate, which is fine, but I'm live moderating and live talking. So Aaron Donald goes out there and smacks the guy in the helmet with helmets. And, this isn't the first time Aaron Donald's done something like this. Aaron Donald has been somewhat aggressive. There's a lot of photos out there of him choking players in actual games. So listen here. I mean, if the NFL does nothing because they're like, well, we don't have any jurisdiction over practices, that's going to really leave a mark for a lot of Browns fans after basically destroying our season. Hambo is saying nothing will happen to Donald. Yeah, and this is just another one of those things. I was going to make a video. I almost did. I came close. But I had too many other things going on, too many other videos that I was I'm actually midstream building and doing. So I still might. It depends. I think if I would have done it on Friday, the day it happened, it might have been like relevant, but nothing's gonna happen because it was practice. That's the really unfortunate thing, is that it's just he just gets away with it. I understand the difference between practice and game. I totally do, but it's the same action. And I think that they came down harder on Myles Garrett because it was a live national game too. If it was just a game, and this is what they said the whole time, if this is a game on the, on a regular Sunday game and it wasn't anything else, that would be, he wouldn't have been, kicked out. Right. So yeah, it's BS. Lynn Savage says, I agree. Nothing will happen because it's practice. Too many in the queue. They told Donald Skyline was for dinner, hence the reactions. Pretty good. Everybody, I actually know some people from Cincinnati who swear that Skyline is like is incredible. They put it on like spaghetti. So I've never had it. It doesn't look appetizing if you just look at it. I think you can get it in a can as well, which I don't know if I would do. If I was going to get it, I'd probably get it, from the source in Cincinnati if I ever went there. I've flown into the Cincinnati airport, but I've never actually been to Cincinnati. But if I did, I'd probably check it out just to say I did it. It's like when people go to Philadelphia, they go to Pat's or Geno's and they get the cheesesteak. I know they said pierogies, which I disagree with. I think it's more of like a Pennsylvania thing. But is there like a staple food for Cleveland that I'm unaware of? AW, the NFL wants Donald on the field for the first Thursday night. He won't get anything out of that. Absolutely. I agree with you. I 100% agree. I lived there for years and it's gross. Yeah, there you go. I mean, it's like there are some local delicacies anywhere you go, and Skyline Chili happens to be the thing in Cincinnati, and they love it there. It's just like, they love it. I don't know. Your kids love it. There you go. Maybe kids do. Maybe they hook them when they're young, and that's what happens. So for me, though, down here in Orlando, we don't really have like a local Orlando cuisine. Unfortunately, there's nothing. We have like decent seafood here, I guess you can, because it's somewhat local, but there's not really. I mean, they got some cool stuff around here, but it's nothing like major. We got like some microbrews and some junk like that, but it's not like a thing. Like in Nashville, you got your hot chicken. Philly, you got your cheesesteaks. Buffalo, you got your wings. We don't got anything like that. Cincinnati Airport is in Kentucky. Yeah, so there. I haven't even been to Cincinnati. I've been to Kentucky, which, by the way, I like Kentucky. I've been to Louisville, Kentucky, for a meeting with Papa John's many, many years ago. And so I like Louisville a lot. I think it's a really nice, I got something in my eye here. I think it's a really, really nice place. Beautiful. It's nice grass in Kentucky. So, yeah. So, everybody in chat, give me some thoughts. How long do we think that Jacoby's going to play tonight? Do they give him over under on 1 quarter? And I got to tell you, like, because of the way that Josh Dobbs has been playing, I don't think that it's that big a deal. Like, I think we can actually roll the dice here. Ray, holy crap. Look at Jared Mueller tweet. Has York hitting the 70-yard field goals. So, yeah, Jake Trotter just said it. So somebody actually has a video of that. Let me look it up and I'll retweet it. You said it was Jared Mueller. Let's see. Jared Mueller. Okay, here it is. Let's go ahead and boom. I just retweeted it. Wow. I don't know who Jared Mueller is, but I'm going to go ahead and give him a follow. Let's do it. AW says 1 quarter. EM 3000 just for a little while, unless there's a quarter, not at all. You have Mickey Mouse shaped ice cream bars. That's pretty incredible. Probably see more Dobbs. I like seeing Dobbs. Dobbs is impressive. He impresses me. Everybody that knows anything about Josh Dobbs from his time in Tennessee and his time in the NFL, so I made a little video about him. I did a little bit of research, and I did a little bit of research on Josh Dobbs himself, and I was like, what's this guy all about? So as you probably guys can tell, like just by looking at him, he's got alopecia areata, which makes it so like hair can't grow or hair falls out. And he's like kind of a champion for that disease. And he just seems like a genuinely awesome human being. So maybe that balances out some of the negativity and the negative people that we've had in our building over the last decade or so. So maybe that's what's going to happen. But I really like Josh Dobbs. All right, Ray. What's going on, Ray? More you know, or more for you, Cleveland quoted tweeted. That's how I saw it. Nice. Well, don't worry. The NFL will test him soon and suspend him. It's pretty funny. Jared Mueller. This guy is a managing editor for the Browns Wire, which is covering Cleveland. One of those websites, one of those Browns websites that got popular reached out to me when I started doing hype videos, and they asked me if I wanted to write for them. And I'm like, I'm not really a writer. I can write stuff. I write the long descriptions and stuff. I'm not really a writer, and that doesn't interest me as a content creator. I feel like writing is kind of old media and kind of boring. Like, does anybody here in chat actually go to websites and read articles? Most of them will get the headline from Twitter. You know, like Mary Kay will write something and be like, oh, this happened, blah, blah, blah. Everybody tweets it. They tweet out the link, or she'll tweet out the link, and then everybody will just say what she said, and they won't actually go and read the article because it doesn't matter. The meat of the article is always like, it's 1,000 words of nonsense or stuff that we already know. And then at the very end, it's like, and this guy's suspended, or and this guy said this. So it's like dumb. It's old media. It's boring. You know, you can make videos. You can make TikTok videos, YouTube shorts, posts on Twitter, Facebook if you have to. But I have no interest in being a sports writer or writing for a blog or giving somebody free content. There. I'm not going to do it. What else is new? Thank you for pointing that out. Thank you for pointing that out, Ray. That's pretty dope. So I really like when we get into these situations. I really like when we get into these situations where we actually have to see what our kicker can do in the preseason. I think that is a critical thing. You're welcome. Thanks, Ray. So I like putting him in those situations. I like even short kicks. I'm like, let's see it. Let's see what the kid can do. Let's see what he can do under pressure. Because at the end of the day, we have to make sure that our kicker can make long kicks. If we can't, we are in deep, deep trouble again. We have gone, and I think that's one of the biggest reasons why we've lost many games over the last couple of years, because we weren't able to actually execute on special teams, specifically in kicking. Punting every once in a while. Every once in a while, you get a punt return. You get another team, like they'll return a punt, or they'll do something, or we'll muff something, whatever. Sonia, the game starts at 7 o'clock. So 50 minutes from now, we are going to be watching Browns football, the last preseason game of the year. So this is it. This is the last warm-up session. Yep. Thanks, Lynn. So last warm-up session of the year before we have like 2 weeks off until the Panthers game. Tim Fresh, what's going on? Tim Fresh, what's going on? Sonia, what's going on? Says Phil Dawson was the best Browns kicker. Yeah, I think he was for a long time. I mean, he was consistent, but I think towards the end he got a little stale, unfortunately. But I would love, but when he made him in the clutch. And also, I think a lot of, if not all of Phil Dawson's career, he had the short extra point. So that has burned a lot of kickers in the NFL. And I don't know about you guys, how I feel about it is I don't personally like the long extra point. I'm old school. I like when you score a touchdown, it's basically a guaranteed 7 points. versus like a pretty likely it's going to be 7 points, but every once in a while they'll muff one. And I haven't seen the Browns really win because somebody else muffed an extra point, but we've done it. Okay, I want to be able to. I don't think I can do it now. I don't think I can do the. I don't think I can change it. I can't edit that. I can't edit the chat settings. Rip. So unfortunately, we're gonna get spam every once in a while. I'm trying to keep a very close eye on it. When I see it, I'm nailing it right away. Tim Fresh, I'm from Mesa, Arizona. My brother is in Orlando. Nice. We are both from Sandusky, Ohio. Welcome. I had some cousins who lived in Sandusky, Ohio for a little while. So that's awesome, Tim. What part of Orlando, by the way? Just curious. I'm in the southeast side of it. Pretty far away from the Disneys and all of that. So yeah, this is going to be fun. I got to tell you guys, this is going to be a fun night. So what I'm probably going to do, by the way, so I don't get spammed in the future, I'm probably going to do a minute or 2 or 5 minutes between subscribing and being able to chat, which sucks. Because the only people who can chat right now are subscribers. But I can't edit this thing live while it's going on. For some reason, they don't give me that setting. You know, analytics, I can go to viewer activity, stream health, stream settings, but I cannot change that chat, which sucks. Okay, yeah, he's next to Disney. Okay, so he's down there, Four Corners-ish area. Okay, cool. I have some friends that live in that side as well. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go, Ryan Burlow. Ryan, welcome. Hanging out with us as we bring it up to the go live time. This is going to be an exciting year, guys. I don't know about you. Thank you all for being subscribers. I want to say that because I have a big plan for this season to really blow it out from a content creation standpoint. I'm going to have at least one live video or one like a live show like this or a live video, or not a live, a recorded video every day. That is my goal. Watching from down here in Bowersville. Did I say that right? Bowersville, Kitty Cat's Country, Ohio. Let's go Brownies. Let's go Browns. Ray says, damn bots. Yep. I mean, they have to subscribe to the channel to be able to say anything. So I guess it's good. It pumps up my numbers from a subscriber standpoint. I'm desperately trying to get 5,000 this year. I'm really I've been at close to 5,000 for so long. And I think that the more content that I create, whether it's shorts, posts, live shows, and recorded videos that we do, I really think that we're going to get there. Just keep pumping out the content. So yeah, this is going to be a fun season. I've had this renewed passion for content creation this year. I don't really know why. I talked to a friend who's doing some content on YouTube as well, who's a wrestling guy. You can get 10K. I want to get 10K, man. I would love to. I would absolutely love to get that. So I'm trying. It's working. It's funny because I think I spent a little bit too much time on Twitter. I should have been spending more time making content on YouTube. And if I would have done that, I would have. But then, you know what? Maybe I wouldn't have got as many followers on Twitter. So who knows? Who knows? We are live. We are live. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Woof, woof. Got a bunch of people out there. I can't wait. I'm coming to the first game, by the way. I'm coming to the first game. First home game, the Jets. My dad and I are coming up. We got seats. We're going to basically have the same seats we got last year. So club section, about the 30-yard line. It's awesome. Any hype videos in the works? Ryan, I saw your comment, and I have an idea. I have an idea for a hype video, but I don't know. So here's the problem. I'll be perfectly honest with you, Ryan. Because now the channel is monetized, and because I can actually gain revenue from ads, I am now a lot more nervous about using content, using songs that are copywritten. And all those hype videos that I made before my channel was monetized were all copywritten songs. And so you can get copy strikes, and if you get that enough, then you get kicked out of YouTube. So it makes me really nervous to do it. I might see how it goes, because I know you can get a couple, but if I do hype videos, they may just go live on Twitter because I don't really care. Twitter's not monetized, so I'll just say whatever I want to say. Yeah. So what else we got? I don't know about anyone else, but my surprise this season is Jerome Ford. He looks like he'd be potential. He looks like the potential future, Ms. Plug says. Jerome Ford has looked good. I'm not gonna lie. He's been impressive, along with guys like Josh Dobbs. You have to kind of curb your enthusiasm for some of these guys in preseason. We've seen dominant preseason performances then not translate into dominant regular season performances. Remember Mac Wilson, how he got off to like that incredible start? I think he had a pick six. He brought it back to the house. Make another Phil Collins in the air tonight hype vid. Well, now that Baker's not here, is that a thing anymore? You know, when I made that Phil Collins one, interestingly enough, I didn't think that it was going to get as many views as it got. I had no idea. I thought it was just going to be like, movie trailer type background stuff. And I made that hype vid or that Phil Collins one. And, because a lot of those teams that won championships were those teams that my dad watched when he grew up. And so I thought it'd be cool for him to see that and all that kind of stuff. And then we can kind of share what's going on with the Browns now that I'm an adult and he's obviously an adult, and we can do that. Ms. Plug says, say a prayer. My completely legal stream isn't the Bears broadcasters. All right, cool. I like that. I approve of that comment. I don't know. By the way, is the Browns game on like NFL? Is it on the NFL channel? Where is the game tonight? I don't even know. I don't know how I'm going to watch this game. It might be a completely legal stream, but I don't know. I'll have to watch it when I get close, when it gets close to the show. But if anybody in chat knows where they're broadcasting the game, that would be super. Super-de duper. It's not on TV. All right. Well, it's got to be somewhere though. Let me see. Let me check sportsurge.net. Wow, they I don't know if they have it anywhere here. They got Sports Surge isn't showing it. That's weird. I'm in LA and the NFL Network is Monday at noon. Let me check with my dad to see if he's able to get it. I don't know. Channel 5 local. I'm asking my dad if he's able to get it because I'm looking now, and NFL, it's just Cincinnati. It's just LA Rams versus Cincinnati Bengals, which would be super annoying. Local, but that's so weird. You'd think that there'd be some way to watch it. You can watch the Cleveland Browns share NFL Plus, which is available for a 7-day trial. Okay, so I might have to do the NFL Plus 7-day trial. Let's go ahead and do that. While you won't be able to watch telecast airing in your local market, you should be able to stream out of market preseason games live. All right, let's check it out. Not on Stream East either. CBS local C-Bus. That's weird. Let's see games. I'm going to see if I can get it. I'm going to mute this. Friday, Saturday, we got the Browns. Watch live. Okay, I'm going to start my free trial. I'm going to do this. Let's do the $4 one. Sign in with Google. Sure, that makes it easy. So right now I'm doing NFL Plus, guys. For anybody who isn't getting it, does Stream East show regular season games though? Yes, they do, usually. Ooh, I might not be able to do this. NFL Plus, buy, contact, okay, so buy this. $4.99, that's the one I want. Trying to get it. Okay, $4.99 trial period. We're going to go ahead and do that through credit card. Boom. Sometimes I like to do stuff through PayPal because it makes it easy. I don't like doing subscriptions on PayPal. So I hope, I mean, I'm just going to cancel this thing now. I probably should cancel it. Manage subscription. Okay, it expires 9/3/2022. Yo, Tim Zaylor, what's going on, man? Mary Ventresca in California. Guess I'll be listening to Donovan and Zagura. So I'm doing good, Tim. Thanks for that. So sorry if I missed anybody in chat here. So Lynn Savage says CBS local in Columbus. AW week 1 might not show the Browns game in Columbus because the Browns Bengals both play at 1 p.m. Okay, yeah. Mids to streamies. So it might actually not. I mean, I just signed up for NFL Plus for the $4.99 thing. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to watch it. Oh, yeah. Just watch the national broadcast. But it says it's 7 o'clock, so we'll have to see like when that happens. The Rams Bengals are live right now. Sitting through, there's an advertisement, so I'll see how that goes. But Jimmy, I want to see my boy Dobbs. I want to see Dobbs play too. I hope Dobbs has a good game. So we got Joe Burrow sitting there stoically on the bench right now watching the Bengals game. It's going to be interesting to see if I actually get to see this. But there's a lot of games tonight. You got Commanders, Ravens, Eagles, Dolphins, Browns, Bears, Cardinals, Titans, Bucks, Colts, and Vikings, Broncos all tonight. A lot of games are at 7 or 7:30. The 7:30 is the Bucks, Colts. The Vikings are at 9. Vikings, Broncos are 9. But everybody else is at 7, other than this Rams Bengals game, which randomly started probably, I guess, at 6 because it's like 8:34 left in the first. So interesting. All right. Yes. I'm just gonna hop into your conversation here, Sonia and Tim. I'm personally excited to finally get this season started. I like the fact that there's only 3 preseason games, not 4. 3 feels fine. You know, Brian Burlow, you should get it with NFL Plus, Mike. That's what the article I read said. So hopefully we do, because I mean that's fine. I'll watch it, you know, in the browser upstairs. But I don't understand why the NFL they're doing this TV thing. They want like you know, HBO, so like Warner Brothers with HBO, Amazon, Apple, Netflix somehow thinks they're going to broadcast live games, and YouTube. All of them are kind of in the mix for this DirecTV contract. And the silly thing is, I mean, if this game, if the Browns game, if every game that they play is like $5, I would do it. I'd pay $5 a month. I'd pay $10 a month. I'd pay $9.99 a month. I think that'd be good enough probably for like the one game I care about. Right? But I don't know. Consumers don't want to pay for 100 apps. I agree. I think you're right there, because, you know, if you're you can't get Netflix stuff, and you can't get a game on Netflix unless you pay for Netflix. And although they have a lot of subscribers, you know, not all of them. Hey, on Amazon Prime is exclusive games Thursday. Yeah, it's like you get those Thursday games, and you got to go through Amazon. Now, I happen to have Amazon Prime because I've got kids and family, and we have all that crap. Amazon Prime, by the way, like, you know, if you're not an Amazon Prime buyer to get the free shipping, that's kind of crazy. All right, the Rams are out there. The OBJ-less Rams. I don't know who their backup quarterback is. I can't tell. Almost throws an interception. Dropped by the linebacker, number 41, who I don't know. I don't know any of the Bengals players. I don't really care about them. So yeah, so we're gonna take this right up to game time, and then, you know, go from there. But it's interesting that the Rams have not signed OBJ, and they gave his jersey number to somebody else. So even if he came back, he'd have to change jerseys. It's like honestly hilarious. That should tell you all you need to know about the Rams feeling about Odell. Amazon Prime is worth it. Best money you can spend. Get more out of Prime membership than being a Browns season ticket holder. And you get probably better rewards than that awful season ticket package. Tim Zaylor, I still think we end up with Jimmy G. No way Brissett is going to get us through 11 games, 4-6. Jimmy Morgan says, do Browns fans like Dobbs as much or more than Brissett or even Watson? I think, Jimmy, Browns fans are definitely, I'm very much warming up to Josh Dobbs. I like what he can show, but he's playing against second and third string guys and even guys who are going to get cut, practice squad or get cut guys. There's a big difference between what a backup quarterback is going to show you in preseason and then what he can actually do in the regular season. But so far, he looks like he can handle it, and I like that. So we'll see. I think a lot of Browns fans are very bullish on Josh Dobbs. Ryan Burlow, the NFL Plus app will not get you all regular season games. Last season, rights with DirecTV Sunday Ticket. Yeah, so that's great. That it's good that the Sunday Ticket is going to be over this year. I used to pay for the Sunday Ticket. My dad used to pay for the Sunday Ticket. I used to pay for it. It's horrible. It's a lot of money and stupid. Now, there's also the NFL Sunday Ticket you can get streaming only this year. So anybody who's out there who actually pays for the Sunday Ticket, you can get that, like a stream only version of it, but I don't know. No, Jimmy. And then Jerry Watrous says it shows I'll get it on Paramount at 7 p.m. Jerry Watrous, where are you? Where'd you get it on Paramount? Yeah, Jacoby 4-7 at best. Yeah, I agree. No, I don't know if I agree. I think at best 5-6. Maybe 6-5 if we get lucky with like a 70-yard Cade York kick. Yeah, Paramount, that seems odd. But if I go and it just says national broadcast, watch live national broadcast, start listening to the game anytime after kickoff. I'm hoping that I get this game. I'm going to lose. I'm going to be very, very unhappy if I can't watch a Browns preseason game. And you know what? It's funny because it's such a first world problem. Like back in the day, back when I was a kid, you got your local game. You didn't get it. And if you were outside of Cleveland, good luck. Go to the game. Or go, because most of the games were blacked out. So you had to go. Or you just get lucky because the Browns are playing on Monday Night Football. Or they're happen to be the local game. Or if they're playing against the Steelers and the Eagles weren't playing at that time, the Eagles or the Redskins. Because the bottom line is I lived in central PA and, the Eagles, Redskins still kind of owned a lot of our area. Pittsburgh Steelers is more West PA. So it was really, really difficult to always see it. I never understood the idea of like blacking out games in a local market. I think that's so stupid. It's there. I know that teams want you to go to the game, but you know how expensive it is to go to a football game? The tickets that me and my dad know, we're club level seats. And we spend that much money on these seats because we go to one game, right? One game a year, maybe two, but most likely one game. So we spend like $500 per ticket, which is an insane amount of money. So here we go. Growing up in Columbus, everyone would be ready to riot when they'd show the Bengals over the Browns, but there was no power. There's nothing you could do. Now, at least with the internet, these streaming services, these totally legal streams that are out there, it makes it really difficult. $5 Vivid seats. Is there $5? $5 tickets on Vivid? If there is, I got to get on that because I'm a Vivid Seats affiliate. So that'd be kind of nuts. The Cincy game was on ABC here. Yeah, this is local 12 is what I'm watching right now on the NFL Plus. But there's no reason to ever do this. Like it was a $5. I don't know if I bought it or if I just had it was a preview, free preview. Mids plug. It happened a lot, man. Yeah, that's unfortunate. But I remember when I was a kid and the Browns would be on Monday Night Football like once or twice a year, and my dad wouldn't let me stay up, because there were Monday nights at school night, so he wouldn't let me stay up past like the first half. And then because I had no other way to listen, what I would do is I would sneak out of my room and I would go to the top of the stairs and I would put a blanket and a pillow at the top of the stairs and just listen for my dad to clap. And because he would do that, he would just clap and yell, and I'd be like, oh, they did something good, like something happened, like what happened? But I couldn't ask. I just had to like go off the emotion. So it's not watching the game. It's not listening to a radio broadcast. I was just listening to a guy downstairs yelling yes or no when good or bad things happen. And I had no idea what the score was. I had no idea what anything is. It was just I had to listen to my dad be emotional or have some emotional expression at some point. Bengals roll, drop pass. Yes, $6 on Vivid Seat currently. What is, Jimmy, what is $6 on Vivid Seats? Like 500 level stuff? Really? That's insane. The fees that you pay on Vivid Seats are more than that. Jay Croxton, Sports Surge undernamed top streamer, looks like they are streaming game. Okay. So I see you ending the live stream and running to the game. Yeah, probably. Let's check Sports Surge to see if there's any update to the NFL. I don't think. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay. So Sports Surge has an update. 24 sites. I typically, if I'm going to do it, I go to Crack Streams, Streams East, or I think those are the two main ones because they usually have the highest bit rate. Crack Streams is the highest, has a really high bit rate. So it's good. So I just did the $5 free trial for no reason, but I just canceled it right away, and it said I had it till a period of time. So whatever. Tim Zaylor, haha, I snuck headphones for Cavs and Indians as a young kid. I still can't sleep without listening to talk radio. I can't sleep without listening to anything. I have YouTube running in the background all night. I have to have something going. I used to play like the local FM radio stuff and listen to that and have some noise going in the background. NFL Plus is a free 7-day trial. Yes, Browns fan. That's what I just signed up for. So if I can watch it on NFL Plus on my TV, then I will. I'll just go to like the browser on the TV and see if I can do it. If not, then whatever. I'll just do one of these Sports Surge sites. So which is, I mean, it's kind of awesome, right? You get your Sports Surge or whatever you want to do. I love it. Yeah. And that's one of the big reasons why I think the NFL is having a problem right now with DirecTV, because it's like, you can't fight this. There's too many of them out there. And if Sports Surge goes down, there'll be another thing. Upper level 512, row 32. If I were in Cleveland, I would be there. My buddy John is actually there. John Schlegel. He's usually in chat and he's at the game. Tim Zaylor, same mic. I love Art Bell. His voice is one of a kind. Yeah, those guys, those radio guys, some people say that I could do radio because I could coming at you live, Brownie post game. We're going to bring you up to the moment live takes as we get you ready for the Bears Browns tonight at 7 p.m. live from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. It's just like, I can't talk like that. It's ridiculous. Robert Britton, go Browns. USA, Godspeed. Baker, thanks for the turnaround. Go Browns, go Browns, go Buckeyes, National Champs. Thanks for the show. There we go. Typical Gamer, what's going on, man? I haven't seen you in a while. I've used 6 different accounts for free trials for the Indians this year. The streaming service exclusive games are dumb. I agree. I'm a Mets fan. I'm sorry to disappoint everybody. I'm a diehard Mets fan. Got this ball at Citi Field this year. So I ended up getting the MLB package. So I split it with my dad. So he watched the Yankees games. I watched the Mets games on YouTube TV. It's awesome. I love it. So many good baseball games. But then every once in a while, you get like an Apple TV exclusive, and you're like, what? Then I just go to Sports Surge and watch it there. So dumb. You have a good voice when you're natural. Thank you, Tim. Appreciate it, man. I think a lot of it comes down to like the quality of the microphone. When I got this microphone, this is the Shure SB7, I think it is. And this was a big investment. I wonder if I should actually leave these if I should leave some of these spam messages alone here. I'm kicking them out of the stream, but like for people who actually do want to stream the game, like they can actually see it. You're a Mets fan? Yeah, I'm a Mets fan. In Central PA, we got Channel 9 growing up. So I got all the Mets games growing up in the 80s, and we were good. You know, we won the World Series in 86, had a good team in 87, had a great team in 88. The Mets were great when I was a kid. I was born in 1980, so that's 6, 7, 8, 9 years old. The Mets were great. And we got every game local in Central PA. Local. So no SNY back in the day. It was Channel 9, and we got the games. I didn't get Phillies games unless they were playing the Mets. I didn't get Pirates. I didn't get Orioles. Like, obviously didn't get Indians. I got Mets games. I became a fan. I don't know. My dad grew up 15 minutes outside of New York City, so in the 50s. My dad was born in 1948 in the 50s, so the Yankees were the team that everybody, and it was his local team, was the New York Yankees, and baseball was his pastime, my pastime, everything. I'll tell you something interesting. My dad was actually a very, very good baseball player growing up, and baseball was the thing. My dad actually also got a basketball scholarship to high school. So next time my dad's on here, talk to him about his basketball scholarship to Don Bosco High School. It's a famous high school in northern Jersey that he got a basketball scholarship to in the 60s. All right, what's the best free stream for NFL? Stream East? I do Stream East or Crack Stream when I need to, Ryan. Mids, Dodgers are so good. Tim Zaylor, Art Bell sounds a lot like Mike Trevisano, if you remember him. Typical gamer, your dad's a Yankee fan. That's sickening. Sorry. Ryan Burlow, Midsplex says Ryan Burlow, StreamDs always takes you directly to the game instead of using the other site. There we go. Ryan Burlow, Dodgers fan, Killy. We come for you next series. Dude, Brian, I can't wait. We owe you. I remember the Oral Hershiser years in the late 80s, which were devastating for me. We owe you some payback. Should be a Phillies fan. I am not a Philadelphia anything fan. Nothing. I'm not a fan of anything in Pennsylvania. I grew up in Central PA, like I told you. I'm not a Penn State fan. I'm not Pitt, Pittsburgh, Penguins, Flyers, Phillies, Sixers, football, nothing. Nothing in Pennsylvania. That's kind of tells you, like, that's one of the reasons why, like, I had no ties to stay in Pennsylvania. When I graduated college, I just moved to Florida. My parents were down here. I moved to Florida. I still bring the elf with me, you know. Bring the Mets with me too. Thanks, Mids. Sonia, I'd like to see if D'Anthony Bell keeps his momentum going. Farva Stash, yeah, I'm in MO. Is MO Missouri? I think it's Missouri. Even being out of market, I'm not about to mess around with this plethora of apps and providers to watch games. I'll seek other means until they get their crap together. Their fault. Farva, I think a lot of people would agree with you on that. What website you think is the best to watch the game? Dylan, go to just do a Google for Sports Surge. SportSurge.net. Sport Surge. Just sport as a singular. SportSurge.net. You can get it, or you can sign up for ESPN. You can sign up for NFL Plus, which I just did. So NFL Plus, you get a free trial for 7 days, and they'll play the game. So if you want to, and you just cancel. I put in my credit card for $4.99. I just canceled, and it says, okay, good. You have your free trial till 9/2. So you can go ahead and, if you want to do it the legal way, you can do that. All right, typical gamer. That's why I'm happy. I grew up in Northeast Ohio. I have all the local channels. Farvastash, yeah, bud, Missouri. Ryan Burlow, how much attention does your badass Browns golf cart get in Florida? That's my dad's. I was just over there. So he goes up to Delaware. He's been going up to Delaware, him and my mom, for the last couple of years. They had a house. They actually just sold it. So they're coming down back to Florida permanently. But he bought this orange golf cart for the Browns, right? And then I got him some stickers, the YouTube Brownie Post Game, and the elf that he put on the front. And I think he likes it a lot. It's fun. He gets a lot of attention on that. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, the golf cart's fun. Mids plug. I bet Cade York is getting a blood test after making that 70-yarder. I gotta tell you guys, these kids these days, they actually can boot it. You know, like big time boot it. So, you know, I wouldn't be surprised. Have there? What is the longest NFL kick? Is it 68 yards from Tucker, Justin Tucker, or did somebody kick a 70-yarder yet? But if he's kicking 70-yarders in practice warm-ups, you better believe that he's good. Anything 60 and under, he's got the leg for it. And if you have the leg and you can actually make a 70-yard kick, then think about this. You don't even have to kick it 100% to make like a 58-yard kick. You can kick it at 80% for a 58-yarder and then maybe even 75 or 70% for something in the 40s. That's an NFL kicker. Miz plug. I think Tucker versus the Lions last year, but was it 70 yards though? Gotta figure out. I know it was a long kick and it like hit the upright and bounced over, but I don't know if it was 70. Be interesting. I'm also, guys, I'm gonna have a new video coming out tomorrow. It is me playing NFL Blitz. You guys remember the NFL Blitz game? You know, in the arcade, and they came out with it on a couple of consoles. So there's a company called Arcade 1-Up that makes like the old Pac-Man games. They made Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter and a whole bunch of and they make them affordable. So you can build your own little arcade machines, right? And you can have the games. So you can build your own little arcade, which is like something as a kid growing up in the 80s, having an actual arcade in your own home is kind of an insane idea. So I might start collecting these things. I don't know. Maybe. But I got to tell you, I went and I got the ROM for the N64 ROM for all the Blitz games, and I found one that like actually was pretty good, and I played it, and I made like a 20-minute video of me playing. I would highly suggest watching the whole game. Some stuff happens in that game that are very entertaining. It's like it's watching me play video games, but I got to tell you, it is worth watching this video. Just tell you that. All right, 66 per Google. So Tucker's kick is 66 yards. I think that is the NFL record, though. If I had to guess, I think that is the NFL record, 66 yards, which is pretty cool. Crazy how people are laughing about Donald, but want a criminal card charges in Garrett. Shows you the bias against Cleveland. Absolutely, and that's the thing. It's like, call it out. If you're not gonna suspend Aaron Donald because it was in practice, that's fine. But where's the outrage? Where's the assault? Is he going to go to jail? Where's that for Aaron Donald? Janikowski, I think, had it before. I don't know if that means mids. Held it before. Okay. Curtis Curse, the rugby player we had a couple years ago, made a 73-yarder in practice. Scottish Hammer had a 73-yarder? He probably does have the leg for that, but man, that's wild. So did you guys see that? I think the Bills punter obviously is the guy who's got those like really bad charges or allegations against him. So they need a punter. And imagine if like the Scottish Hammer's available, because I think the Giants have him now. Giants have a bunch of like Browns rejects. Which if you're gonna, that used to be what the Denver Broncos did. Remember when they got like Courtney Brown and Gerard Warren and like all of our old like guys who were drafted like really high and paid them a ton of money, and then the Broncos ended up taking them and they were just as bad for the Broncos. That's kind of what's going on with the Giants right now with the Browns. So they still have Pepper. No, I'm sorry, they don't have Peppers anymore. Peppers is somewhere else. Where is he? We just looked this up the other day. Where is he playing? Jabril. Patriots. That's right. Patriots. So he was on the Giants for a while, and now he's on the Patriots. The QB Matt Barkley Bills should convert into a punter. Interesting. A lot of quarterbacks do have legs like that, but you got to figure how many guys played in college football or retired from the NFL that could one call be away from being a punter, you know? Like Pat McAfee. I'm sure Pat McAfee could still punt 50 yards if he wanted to. Not that he wants to. He's very happy doing what he's doing. but I'm sure he could. What else? Phil Golly G, because it's all about identity politics. If it happens in full view of the public in prime time, the NFL doesn't care. They leave it up to the team. Yep. Well, the rules officially are it is up to the team since it was in practice. I still think it's pretty bad. I don't think the Rams are going to do a damn thing because they don't have to. And he's Aaron Donald. If he was some practice squad guys, he'd be launched to the moon. But because he's Aaron Donald and he's one of the top 3 defensive players in the league, I would say him, TJ Watt, and Myles Garrett. You can't. If Myles Garrett would have swung a helmet at a guy in practice as well, the Browns wouldn't have done anything either. Maybe made him run some laps at worst. At worst. But because he did it on prime time. And you know what? That was a really, really unfortunate knucklehead. I remember I was watching that game in a hotel, and you can go back and watch it. You go look for the video on Brownie Post game. I was watching that, and we were so happy that we beat the Steelers. And man, I just it felt like the wind got kicked out, like we got punched in the stomach at the end because we lost our best player on an unforced error. And it just seems so stupid that a guy like that could lose his mind. Which a lot of people were like, maybe he is on steroids. Maybe it was like roid rage that caused him to do it. But no, I don't know what the situation was. All right, typical gamer. My goodness, this broadcast for Browns Countdown is horrible right now. Anyone else seeing this? What is it? What is what's the broadcast? And the only live game I have right now, currently still on NFL Plus, is Rams Bengals. So I don't know. You guys excited for the first game of the season coming up here? It's coming up in a couple weeks. Let me look here. Browns schedule. I want to say it's like the 18th. No, September 11th. September 11th, first game of the season, baby. In Carolina. And then September 18th is the game that I'm going to, the Jets-Browns. So. It's like glitching out, the camera's lagging and glitching. Ugh, that's awful. Should be good. Big guests on before the first game last year. I don't know. I've been having these guests come on. It's really tough to manage because everyone's schedule is different, and then people are coming in, and people are saying stuff, and then we have somebody else. It was just too hard to manage, and I didn't want to do a schedule. I'd love to have McNeil come back on because that guy, I could talk to that guy for days. So, but I think he's going to be doing his own thing. So, YouTubers, I'm going live on Monday with Quincy's going to come on the channel. So Quincy will be on Monday. I'm trying to get some other guys are going to be some recorded interview type videos are coming up as well. So shirtflavor.com. What's going on? The man who figured out a way around. So shirtflavor.com. The thing I like about him is he didn't spam it like those bots do. All this stuff. He just created a name on YouTube or Google, YouTube, whatever, and that's what it shows up. So every time I see his name, I got to read it. It's free advertising. Free advertising not only to the 83 people we have in watching live, but also the VOD that's probably going to get several thousand. So good job. And right there you go. Right as you say it, we get the bot that just comes in. Bam, just slamming it. Phil Golly G, last opener the Browns won was 2004, 18 years. I can't believe we even won one. If you asked me when was the last time, I'd be like, I don't know. I don't think we won one since we've been back. Typical gamer, 16 straight we haven't won since 2005 with Jeff Garcia. And that was only the 6th season we were back. So it was all right, well, okay, it was just a normal thing. It was all right, we lost a couple. And then it's just been hell since then. That's cool. You and Quincy are collabing. Yeah, Quincy's kind of I guess I would say an old friend now, because he was one of the guys that inspired me to start this channel, and he is kept up, and he's at 33,000 subs at this point. When I first started talking to him, he had less than 10,000. He was basically at my level right now when I started talking to him, and I thought that was awesome. And he was always cool. He would ask me to do collaboration type stuff. So it's it's very cool that he's still willing to come on the channel. And to be honest, I mean, over the last couple of years, I'm basically only super active, or I have been only super active during the NFL season. And this year I've actually said, you know what, I'm gonna do it and be super active and see how far I can go, making videos every day and, you know, see what I can do. Cause I mean, I think that there's enough eyeballs out there for people that, even if it's the same topic, let's just say Jacoby Brissett, knock on wood, I don't want to jinx it, but just Jacoby Brissett gets injured tonight, and Quincy does a video, and I do a video. Who cares? We're not going to say the same thing. We're going to have different opinions. So he has his show, I have my show. I love the guy to death, and I think he's a great human being, incredible YouTuber. He's going to get a play button. He's going to get 100,000 subscribers at some point. He's already getting like national news, you know, people he's on other shows now. He's great. He's freaking amazing. So I thank him tremendously for still. I was actually a little bit nervous when I asked him. I was like, Quincy, do you want to come on the show? And he got back to me. He's like, yeah, absolutely. So I just think that's awesome. He's such a cool guy. All right. Mids plug. Yep. Got the Chicago broadcast. This shall be a treat. Tim Zahler. Do you know who Corey from Corey Sports is? I do not. Shirtflavor.com. What is everyone expecting from Brissett and Stefanski? I think everybody's looking for like 5, 6 wins. Tim Zahler, yeah, that's really cool. No wonder I like you guys from the same tree. There you go. Curtis Curse, block and report the bots. If we all report, maybe they'll get them taken down. Tim Zahler, watch both. Farva Stash, LOL, Baker's going to get lit up with that sketchy O-line. We'll see. They got a new, they got that rook. Is he a rookie? The deal is. Q on Cleveland's YouTube channel. Is he? Was he on Cleveland's actual YouTube channel? That's pretty impressive. And he's also very like neutral when it comes to like, he plays nice with the media. I don't typically play nice with the media. Technical difficulty on the Browns countdown broadcast. This is horrible, man. Ugh, sorry guys. Look at, go to sign up for NFL Plus. Just sign up and cancel the same day. You still get it. And then you can watch whatever you want. Or go to sportschurch.net and see if you can pull it there. Typical gamer. No. Curtis Curse. As much as I like Baker, I can't wait for him to meet Garrett and JOK. I got to tell you, like, I like Baker. I'm a Baker fan. I'm not a fanatic. I'm not a Baker bro by any means, but I like Baker. I appreciate what he did. I mean, that game that he came in against the Jets, my grandmother's funeral was the night before that. I flew up to Pennsylvania. I hadn't seen my parents. I hadn't seen my dad in a while because they were living in South Florida. He picks me up from the airport. We go out. We meet the family. Have dinner and drinks and stuff like that. And the Browns game was on, and we had it DVR'd at the guest house that we were staying at. And my dad and I stayed up all night and watched that game. And Baker came in and won. And I mean, at the end of that, it was just awesome. It was huge. I'll never forget that game. I'll never forget what Baker did for the Browns. And anybody out there is just thinking that he's awful or just thinks he sucks and stuff like that, be careful because he looked pretty good yesterday. All right. Typical gamer, by the way, I can't search anything up on YouTube. It says no downloads found. I don't know what that means. Shirtflavor.com. Problem is I'm in Cleveland and can't watch any of the Browns preseason, only out of area games, even with a VPN. That doesn't make sense. From ESPN Plus or from NFL Plus. That's odd that you can't even do it with a VPN. Same here. Hope he does well. Week 1. I mean, I honestly, I'm rooting for the Browns, obviously. I want the Browns to win. I don't want Baker to win, but I don't want him to do horrible either. I want him to do okay. Just do okay. Maybe throw 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Browns win. No big deal. And then Baker can go on to have MVP season. I don't really care. I want the Browns to win football games. That's it. I'm a Browns fan. It's laundry. It's Cleveland over player. Just like I want Jarvis to win and have a great season in New Orleans. Nobody says anything about that. Nobody's crapping on Jarvis. He went out the right way. All right. Let's see. Same here. Hope he does well week 1. It only allows me to listen. It's ridiculous. That's awful. Farva stash. I like Baker too. I hope he balls out in game 2, but offenses usually take longer than defenses to gel. It'd be fun to watch. Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, I don't know how good Matt Rule is as a coach. I know that Christian McCaffrey is a very dangerous weapon out of the backfield, but you know, Baker's had dangerous weapons his entire career, so it's not like it's not like he's not had talent around him. He just has to be good. He has to be a better version of Baker, right? Before or than he has been in the past. He can't try to be a hero. But we'll have Jacoby Brissett and or Josh Dobbs. I will tell you this, guys. I hope we see more Josh Dobbs today, and I hope he has a great preseason because I think he's got more upside than Jacoby. I think we've seen the best of Jacoby, and I think Jacoby's ceiling is kind of like what Jacoby is. And if he's a game manager and doesn't make mistakes, then it's a brilliant move and go Browns. But if he does make mistakes, or if he proves that he can't do it, or, you know, he's only like 29. 29. I mean, I'm 42. He's a kid. Still a kid. Not even 30 yet. It's crazy. I feel like I didn't turn into an adult till I was 35. Right? Till my 401k, I started actually putting money in it. That's when you're 29. He's a kid, but he looks older. I'll tell you, Jacoby Brissett looks a lot older at 29 than Josh Dobbs does at 27. Because Jacoby Brissett's played a lot more. That being said. All right, guys, I've got a couple minutes left till game time. I want to say thank you very much for everybody being here. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Hit the subscribe button right now, and also hit the like button. Everybody who's in chat right now, hit the like button for me. I beg you to hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel, please. Because that helps the numbers. We're trying to get to 5,000. We're going to do a big giveaway at 5,000. So please just do it. Oh, so Quincy said Jacoby Brissett, Amari Cooper, Cleveland debuts tonight. So I think Quincy's going to be live here as well. He might be doing a watch, a watch show. So I'm going to call it. I'm going to go Jerome Ford, long TD, book it. Ryan Burlow, don't Panther fans still have a wide receiver that talked crap about? Yeah, he came back around. Robbie Anderson. Browns fan, go Browns. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Go Browns. I hope everybody's stuff works out really well. And we will see you. We'll see you soon. Get subscribed, hit the like button, and make sure that you have the alert button on as well. So when my videos come up, you can watch them, because it's really important to YouTube that if I serve videos, people actually watch them and watch for long periods of time for it, all that kind of good stuff. Share the videos, tell your friends, do all the fun stuff, and we will be back. I love you all. Go Browns.